let's talk about Malik Beasley. Pistons down 3-1. I know it was alright, this kid gonna be right in my fucking way. Boy, they just got their kids playing in the middle of the main street. But it is what it is. But yeah, Malik Beasley ain't been holding up his end of the bargain. And it's showing. We could talk about who the second best player should be. It should be Tobias Harris. But, Tobias wasn't really brought here to be a scorer. Like I said, we could talk about the bad call, but one thing about it is Malik Beasley might have played this way out of a payday in Detroit. And Tim Hardaway is doing what Malik Beasley did in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? He doing what Malik Beasley did in the regular season, and Malik Beasley ain't doing much, right now in the playoffs. And if you can't make them shots when they matter the most, because, versus the Knicks this season, he was killing the Knicks. All of a sudden, come the playoffs, it drop off. And just knowing what he did this season, somebody gonna open the wallet book up for him and pay him a lot of money, because that's just one of the missing things in today's NBA is the ability to play off the ball, whether it's play defense or be able to catch and shoot and be effective. And they would have a hell of a 1-2 punch off the bench if Beasley joined the party. Then the shooter is doing his thing, and Beasley has just been a non-factor in this series. Missed a few shots that could have separated the game, man, and he gonna ask for a lot of money, and rightfully so. But if you can't produce that in the regular season, then I think a lot of people just gonna be like, nah, we Gucci on him, or we good on Malik Beasley. But he haven't showed up. He has not showed up this series, and this is how you earn the big bucks. And the Pistons is clearly need to find a number 2 guy that can score. And Beasley is not a scorer at heart. He's a catch and shoot guy, defender. But they need somebody that can get a bucket. Obviously Ivy can help in that situation, but Cade need a 1-2. He need a 2. But Beasley was doing a great job they was doing a great job contributing as a unit, whether it was Tim Hardaway hitting the shots, whether it was Tobias hitting some shots, whether it was Beasley doing his thing, or whatever you get from Ron Hollins getting to the rack, it was pretty good, so. But right now, Malik Beasley and injuries are the difference in this series, and Beasley alone, if he hits some shots, this series would be flipped the other way, probably 3-1 the Pistons way. But it's part of the growing pains that you go through as a young team. You can play Beasley some money and bring somebody else in and get him, put him in a better position to make those shots. But it's a lot of pressure on Cade. And believe it or not, Cade Cunningham is delivering. He just needs somebody else to help him out. Tim Hardaway and Tobias been doing their thing, but he needs somebody else along with a shooter that can score. That's gonna just be able to get the ball and they can't really hone in on him. So that's beginning to be a hindrance on the Pistons. But like I said, this was a year that they didn't expect to be where they at. I mean, obviously you had some unfortunate injury of Jaden Ivey. You had the unfortunate injury of Isaiah Stewart. And, even next year, you're looking like, hey, we can get these guys healthy and get these guys on the same page. You started to think like, we may have something cooking here. And some people are the thought of, okay, if we add a star, then we really be cooking. But right now, Beasley is on the brink of playing himself out of a big contract in Detroit. It's a great fit, but I don't know what he's going to command on the market. But I like him having him here, but sheesh. If you're going to do your best James Harden impression in the playoffs, you know, we don't need that round hips. We don't need that round hips. We need we need guys that's gonna deliver. And it's not like all the pressure is on him just to deliver. You know, yeah, it's not like all the pressure on him just to deliver. All the pressure on Cade, and then, you know, you're getting Tim giving some relief, you're getting, you know, Tobias giving some relief, and then the question it continues to be asked is, you know, what's going to happen with Ron Hollins and Asar Thompson's jump shooting? I kind of feel more confident in Ron Hollins shooting the ball because he's willing to shoot it, you know, and it don't look too far off. Mechanically, he don't look too far off, you know. But Asar's, you know, you like, you know, he's starting to kind of like, but, you know, ultimately, we'll freaking see. But I really, you know, you really need them guys to start to shoot the ball a lot better. That's a real thing. You start to need to shoot. They need to shoot the ball with a little bit more authority, in my opinion. Yeah, but brother Malik, he gonna have to get it together, man. You know, but this series is all over. I predicted 5 games. I just thought the Pistons lacked the experience, especially just over the overall experience, and then also learning to close the series out. But the funny thing about it is, you know, they still don't have a playoff win at Little Caesars. That's funny, ain't it? They still don't have a playoff win at Little Caesars Arena. You know? So yeah, I find that kind of hilarious. You got one at the Madison Square Garden, but there still hasn't been an NBA playoff victory. I don't even know if the Red Wings got a playoff win at Little Caesars Arena. Man, that's a great fucking question. I could be wrong there. I don't remember them winning one there. But, you know, ultimately we'll see what happens. But yeah, Beasley, you know, him not showing up, maybe they should have waited to get him that slavery slider commercial shit. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Everything inside the link tree. Peace.